let's start with the first option of how can we actually uh, make it easier for us to convert a volatile environment by managing a concept called vision. So as I told you, example, vision is almost like a railway track on which you decide to board through a train, which will need an engine, would have multiple bogies, you buy a ticket depending upon your capacity, but you reach the same destination. For example, a guy who's bought a ticket of second AC versus third AC, or might be a non AC or a non-reserved class, can also reach Delhi by boarding the same train. So destinations can be same. It can be achieved by having a clear vision, subject to all of them board the right train, and that train moves on the right track. So maintaining that vision is critical. Now, how do we see that? Let's take few examples to understand that. The first part is, if vision has to be defined as something called creating a super career for yourself, how would you redefine that? Now, there are three words involved in it. Creating super career. Now, creating is how do you create that super career? So you need to define, first of all, what is career for you? How will you be able to make it super? And what do you create within yourself and your environment around to make it a super career? So it's about a three-step process. Now, how does it go? If you have to principally understand this concept in short period of time, it's a big subject to discuss. It can't actually be covered in 45 minutes. But I'm trying to highlight two important words that come in picture, which has been said by Peter Drucker. He says very clearly, efficiency is doing right things and effectiveness is doing the right things. Now, there's a small change of words which makes a hell lot of difference in what is efficiency and what is effectiveness. I think we should spend some time to understand this. So if we have to differentiate and understand what is efficiency and what is effectiveness, the one way to look at it is efficiency is doing things right. That means being competitive. Now, and effectiveness is doing right things, where you have need competence. You would be able to do right thing consistently only when you have evolved and achieved certain level of competence in yourself. Now, competence is the process that you have to develop with time, and hence education should play a big role. Hence, you should create an opportunity within the framework that you work with, in the given opportunity environment, because we can't say I'm not competent, but I'm educated. Now, if you're educated and you're not competent, that means you know the right things, but you don't know how to do it. Knowing the right thing is knowledge. How to do right things is what the industry requires. And I think Dr. Babita, in the previous interactions with you, what she was insisting about how she is experiencing when she interacts with the industry. It's a great honor to connect with her on this platform, and I will certainly connect back to her later as well. So remember, the competent part would give you one base strong thing of doing one thing very good on the right way. But if you're not competitive in an industry environment, because you have to produce results and you have to give consistent profit, and hence doing right things means those numbers which can be in quantity and quality and can be defined in terms of parameters of time. So that's why targets, that's why quality, that's why in terms of being competitive, being competitive is defined. So if you are only competent and non-competitive, it's not going to survive. If you're only competitive, you can't be competitive for long if you're not competent. So career proofing now converts and merges into two simple words, revolving around efficiency and being efficient. Hence, what do I do to develop my competencies so that I can be competitive in the market? So to summarize quickly, I think we focused on two basic points here: to understand the difference between effectiveness and efficiency, and to understand that efficiency is equal to or as good as being competitive, and effectiveness is as good as being competent. Competency is your job, and to be able to acquire through skills and continuous learning process. It's a never-ending process actually. And competitiveness is output of competency at times. So how do we actually see that? Let's have a quick framework to make you understand that. So on an axis we draw the things of doing the right way, that is called effectiveness, versus doing the right things, right way and right things as an efficiency as a matrix. So the first grid talks about anybody who has got low efficiency and low effectiveness. What it means is you're doing wrong things the wrong way. So if you do wrong things the wrong way, I think you don't have a chance. There's no chance of career proofing. Forget about career proofing. I think there's absolutely no chance that you will stand the wind that you're going to face when you go to the industry, or you go for your careers outside the domain. And career, mind you, is not only about seeking a job opportunity to work 24/7 or 8 hours in a sitting on a career is much beyond that. Even if you want to start something of your own and being a solopreneur, or want to fund yourself, want to grow, I think it requires to understand that you have to do right things. So doing wrong things wrong way leads you nowhere. So second option, if you do right things the wrong way, it may happen for some time, but it will not be sustainable. So efficiency being high and effectiveness being low does not give you sustenance. It will give you a start. It will give you a glimpse. It may give you a primary set of success at times. Next comes is doing the wrong things the right way. Now so that will be very confusing. For example, there was a discussion that happened yesterday night with our information and technology minister and law minister, Mr. Ravi Shankar Prasad. He was giving an interview. Somebody asked him, the question was asked by an anchor of a news channel, that whether social media should be allowed the way it functions. So there was some dispute which happened, which says that private sector should be allowed to make profit, because we should not get into managing those, because they are supposed to deliver opportunities and career. And the other view was, so the right way, so who is going to do the right? There was certainly a right way of doing the business. But if it delivers wrong things, for example, insecurity or risk to the country, I think it does not solve the purpose. It would give you some results, but it would not again be sustainable. It can be challenging. It can be problematic at times. So being highly effective but poor in efficiency is not that going to give you a career proofing. So what gives you career proofing? It's simply doing the right things the right way. I hope if we have traveled through the few slides in the past, we have been able to come to a conclusion that your career proofing revolves around two words: efficiency and being effective. Now, to be able to be efficient, to be able to understand that, you have to be in the right combination, do the right things the right way. So when you do right things the right way, it gives you results. It gives you consistent results. It gives you sustainable results.